You know the exact feeling. You're standing under the warm water, letting your mind wander. And then, out of nowhere, a brilliant idea strikes. It's crystal clear. You have the whole thing figured out. But the moment you turn off the water and grab your towel, the thought evaporates. It's gone before you even leave the room. It feels incredibly frustrating. Why is it that you can perfectly recall the lyrics to a pop song from 20 years ago, but you drop your most important, immediate ideas in seconds? We often blame a bad memory for this, but losing that thought is actually a sign of your brain working exactly as it's designed. This is a deliberate feature of how we process information in the moment. This happens because of a system called working memory. This is your brain's active workspace, the specific area that holds on to whatever you are thinking about right now. Think of this active workspace as a tiny desk, with a strict limit to hold just 4 items. When a brand new thought arrives, it needs a place to sit. Since the desk is full, an older thought must fall off to make room. Your brain keeps a massive, permanent warehouse for long-term memories. That's where those old songs live. But for the active juggling you do during the day, you are stuck with that one tiny desk. That shower idea slipped away because the moment you reached for your towel, your brain had to process new sensory inputs. Your brilliant thought was simply bumped off the desk by the mundane task of drying off. This bottleneck becomes even more visible during a typical workday, where we are bombarded by a constant stream of new, competing demands. We try to keep all sorts of things on the desk at once, like grocery lists, the email we need to write, a creative spark for a project, and a friend's upcoming birthday. We are essentially trying to force 20 active items onto a surface designed for 4. The result is a state of constant mental friction as our brain struggles to keep everything from falling into the void. This overload triggers a physical stress response. That familiar anxiety and brain fog is the feeling of a system running at a dangerous overcapacity. Modern mental exhaustion often stems from the massive biological effort required to keep all these tasks alive in our active memory. The actual work is rarely the problem. It's the energy spent just trying not to forget. We can solve this by moving our thoughts out of our heads and onto a physical surface. This process allows us to offload the mental burden onto something more stable, like a blank note on a phone or paper. A new note acts as an infinite secondary table connected to your tiny mental desk. Writing things down moves chaotic blocks off your primary desk, locking them into place. They're no longer in danger of being forgotten. When your brain sees that information is safely recorded, it stops the frantic looping process used to keep memories active. This sends a signal to your nervous system that the job is done, allowing your mind to finally settle. In this way, opening a new note acts as a biological release valve. It provides a reliable way to clear the desk and lower your mental anxiety by ending the internal struggle to remember. This shift reveals a core truth about how we function. The human mind is designed for having ideas, not for holding them. A brain used primarily for storage becomes frozen and reactive. When we free it from the duty of holding data, it becomes agile, fast, and capable of actual creativity. Externalizing your thoughts is a simple shortcut for anyone seeking a more focused mind. It isn't about being an organized person, it's about being an efficient one. The true value of a note is the processing power it hands back to you. You can finally think deeply about your ideas because you are no longer wasting energy just reminding yourself they exist. So the next time you're starting your morning and a great idea appears, you know exactly what to do. Capture that spark in a blank note immediately. Do it before you check your email, before you grab a towel, and before you let the next task reach for your mental desk. If you feel a cloud of overwhelm starting to build today, stop trying to juggle the thoughts. Put them on the infinite desk instead. Clarity comes from the simple, profound power of opening a new note.